Thanks for coming back. This video is going to be all about, how I managed to find it and getting my diagnosis. But before I start, I actually was saying to my husband that we're falling a bit behind on videos. Do you think it's weird, or should I change my shirt, or can I use the same shirt in another video? But it's fine. We're wearing the same clothes as we did in the first video. So at the beginning of towards the end of December, we were planning this wonderful trip going back to South Africa to see our friends and family. And obviously, as a woman, you want to make yourself feel good. So you go for your nails, you get your hair done, your lashes. And I thought I'd just go for a spray tan because we live in Australia. I didn't want to go back to South Africa looking stark white. So I decided to book a spray tan in. And I needed to obviously exfoliate before going for my spray tan, which I then did on the Monday night, and doing quite a rigorous exfoliation of my body, and I noticed there was a lump in my right breast, and I thought it was a bit weird. Like, being a woman, you do feel lumps and you do feel certain things inside your breast, but if there's something different, like, honestly feel a difference in the lump. So I got out the shower and I asked my husband to have a feel, and he said, yeah, it does feel a bit strange. It felt like a hard little marble. If I can try and explain it as best, it's something that really stood out. It wasn't a lump that felt weird. It was particularly round and hard. So the next day was the Tuesday. I went to the GP, and the GP then gave me she assessed me and she checked everything, and she had to give me a referral letter to go and have a mammogram and a ultrasound, because obviously, being my age of 37, that's classified as being young for breast cancer. So it's not like I was going for regular checkups or mammograms, because you only get them after you're, 45 or 50, whatever the age is. So I went for the mammogram and the ultrasound, and they found a couple of other lumps, but the other two lumps that they found, the radiologist completely said that they were benign, so that was all good. The one that I found is the one that they said was undetermined. So I went back to the GP, and the GP actually at the MRI, at the mammogram and the ultrasound, the radiographer actually recommended a biopsy. Anyway, I was panicking because we were leaving for South Africa on the Saturday, and this is now the Tuesday, or the Wednesday that I went. So I ended up going back to the GP, and the GP said to me, actually, let's rather get you in to see a breast specialist instead of a biopsy, because you never know, a biopsy might just be unnecessary for what they find. So I said, great. Managed to find a really good breast surgeon just around the corner from us. Went and saw her. Thank goodness there was an appointment on the Thursday. I went and I saw her and I explained everything to her. And she also said it is a bit undetermined. She said there are some markers to say that it could be benign, and there's some markers to say that it's not benign, that it could be, malignant. So obviously panic sets in, and you start to get, your brain as a human just goes straight to the worst thing. Like, oh my gosh, it's terrible. Like, what I do, what's the next step? We're going to miss our holiday. I don't want to miss the holiday. We're leaving on Saturday, flying out to South Africa for 3 weeks. So I asked the doctor, I said to her, what are the pros and cons? Like, what are the pros for me going now for a biopsy? And what are the cons, or waiting till I come back in January? So she said to me that there aren't really typical pros and cons. The con might be that if you get it now and biopsied now, you don't get the results until you come back in January, so you're not going to have a great holiday because you're going to be obsessing and wondering what the results are. or you just wait until January. She said to me, if it is cancer, cancer doesn't grow overnight. Cancer takes months, years to grow. So she said to me, it's not going to get any bigger if it is cancer over the next 3 weeks. We could always sort it out when we come back. So I obviously then went to South Africa, you know, weighing heavy on you when you don't know what it is, particularly in the back of my mind, having a mom that's had breast cancer, and having had her just recover from secondary cancer as a result of the previous breast cancer. It does make you worried or concerned, or, you know, like constantly second guessing yourself, second guessing what it is, you know, having that fear of, you know, what if it is, what's going to happen. Went on holiday in South Africa, had a wonderful time with our family, which was great. Obviously told close family that I did find a lump, but when we come back, we're going to do the biopsies and all of that, but everything's going to be okay. It's going to be great. Everything's going to be fine. Well, come back, and on the Wednesday, went to did a biopsy of the lump, and obviously we had to wait. You get your results, but it doesn't say much. Went back to my breast specialist the following week, Tuesday, on the 21st of January, and that was the day that we were told. Myself and my husband went to the appointment together, and that was the day that our lives kind of stopped, got shaken up. You, in a sense, you just kind of goes a bit blank, because obviously your biggest fear and the worst thing that goes through your mind, and especially my mind, all I thought to myself was, I don't want to die. I don't want to not be around for my kids. You just kind of, you just start panicking, and you just, like, even though it was so small, and the breast specialist was like, she cannot believe I found it because it was so small, like, it's really early stages, it's cancer. Like, you just think the worst all the time. Anyway, got the results. That was on the Tuesday. Massive roller coaster, because what next? What's to come? You know, myself and my husband cry all the way home from the doctor's appointment. Still have to put on a brave face, because we've got our kids. They weren't even at school yet, so it's not like we could come home and compose ourselves before fetching them from school. They were still on school holidays, so I'm terrible. I don't even know where they were that day, or what we did with them, actually. So we ended up coming home, seeing them, whatever, and then kind of like kept it in and kept it to ourselves, and only spoke about it when the girls were asleep or weren't with us. Or so it was quite taxing, because you want to tell people, or you want to speak about it, but you don't want to speak about it. So we completely just pushed it under the rug. Just myself and my husband knew about it, and that was basically it. But my 11-year-old Evelyn, she definitely knew something was up, because of the amount of times that I'd gone to the doctor, and she'd ask, where are you going, Mom? And I'd be like, oh, I'm just going to the doctor for a checkup, or I'm just gonna go for an appointment, and that's all very normal for us, for me, because we hardly ever go to the doctor. So I think she thought that was a bit strange. Anyway, we by the Thursday, Friday, finding out, we then decided to tell our eldest daughter, only for the simple fact that my breast specialist is so amazing and so on top of things, that she already sent my paperwork through to go and have an MRI and a PET scan. But I'll tell you more about that in the next video. That would just be, you know, the next step after my diagnosis. And then there's so many appointments that you have to attend. There's so much admin work that has to actually get done before you get down to treatment. But after telling my eldest, she was scared, she was shocked, and obviously same thing again. She just said she doesn't want me to die. And I said to her that I'm not going to die. The doctors have said it's early, it's small. The only problem is that they have picked up that I am HER2 positive. So my estrogen and my progesterone, and I've got HER2 positive. So I'm triple positive. And with a triple positive, she did mention that she would like me to go and have a genetic test done, because we need to make sure that I'm not BRCA1 or BRCA2. If I am BRCA1 or BRCA2, that obviously puts a spanner in the works later on when it comes to surgery, not now when it comes to treatment. But you know, it also puts my mind at ease if I do have the gene, because that means that my kids, both being girls, can actually be made aware of the possibility or being a higher risk, so that there's more chance for them to prevent it than to just ignore it. So that they are made aware that they need to be more vigilant, which I think is great. It also then gives my sisters that opportunity as well to be more vigilant, pick up anything that's abnormal quicker, have it seen to faster than just kind of brushing it off and going, oh, that's a bit weird, I'll see what it is in a week or two. So that's where we are at the moment, having that prognosis. But other than that, all good. So I will get stuck into the next video with regards to all the tests that had to be done on me, and what was after that and what comes next. So till then, bye.